Is today Saturday or Sunday? Today's Saturday. I got my days all mixed up because I'm getting ready to tell you a story what had happened to me last week. Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a car vlog. The only place we have to go today is ShopRite. I know. Shocking. So ShopRite is a grocery store, in case you don't know. I live in Jersey, or South Jersey to be exact, and ShopRite is very popular. That's the grocery store usually, you know. I mean, we have like Aldi's and, you know, all the other stuff, but I just usually go to ShopRite. Anywho, Thursday was Lexi's birthday. I cannot believe my baby girl turned 25 years old. It's crazy, right? So Thursday night... Somebody left their phone in the car. I think it's Lexi's boyfriend. I don't want to answer. I don't know who it is. Anyway, so they went. So Lexi's friend, she knew from elementary school, got her friend, Lexi, and Lexi's boyfriend. They went to Atlantic City Thursday night for her birthday, and then they stayed the night in Atlantic City and stuff. So, you know, I'm, like I said, you know, like I always tell you guys, I mean, you could drive and get to Atlantic City in like, I don't know, with the traffic, 45 minutes, you know. I'm so glad that she got to do something because, you know, this is the first year without her daddy. You know, Lexi's dad died a couple months ago. And she's spent every single, like, birthday or birthday weekend with her dad. She's always celebrated her birthday. And it's, you know, it's a hard one, you know, especially her being so young. And they were looking forward to her 25th birthday. You know, he was going to do something big for her. So it's sad. Lexi didn't have cake or anything like that. She's like, Mommy, I just want you to take me to the sugar factory. She was like, you don't have to get me cake or anything else because the sugar factory is expensive. I never even heard of it until she told me. I had to look it up. And there's one in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And then there's one in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now, each place... takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, each direction. So it doesn't matter which one, where we go, you know. So we'll do that on her next day off. Lexi, yesterday then, me and the kids went, Lexi and her boyfriend, we went to like a couple places, like Dollar General. I have not been to Dollar General in so long. Like, so long. I was shocked. I'm like, I'm going to come here and do some more shopping. Because, like, they have hand soaps, like big hand soaps and stuff that smell really good. I don't know how it works yet. For $1. I was like, I get those dollar things at, like, Walmart. You know what I mean? And they're little. And then I buy the refillable things and I, like, fill them up. But still, I'm like, this is a lot better in the packaging and everything. Again, I don't know how it washes. I have to... you know, test it out. But if it works, I'm like, $1? And a lot of things, like I got a couple more of those garden gloves. Some were $1, some were $2 if you want the grip. And I'm like, yes, this is great. Because, you know, I'm always working in the yard and different things like that. And they get dirty. So why not, you know, just buy the cheap ones and, you know, what have you. And then you just throw them away. Then we went to the dollar store and it's just some ripping and running, just spending that quality time. I didn't vlog, is my point. Okay, so I just got the ShopRite, but I have to tell you guys the story because I've been posting it on my community page, but I know not everybody gets it. So if you already heard the story, you don't want to hear about it, just fast forward, you know, I'll take you in the store shopping and all that. But let me tell you what happened to me. So about 2 weeks ago, Tyler says to me, so you guys know my room is in the attic. So that's my filming room. That's where I film for my beauty channel, Just Ann. That's my bedroom. That's where I have my makeup and all of that. So that's why I chose to have the room up in the attic, right? Because it's bigger. The only bad part is, you know, you're going up, you know, on the 3rd floor up and down those steps all the time, right? So Tyler has the master bed. Well, it's not really a master bedroom because there's no bathroom. Because back then when that house was built in it was either built in 1900 or 1901. They didn't make bedrooms with bathrooms in it and stuff like that. Like, even like you had hardly any closets, and the closets were small, because back then people weren't as materialistic, as what people are now, to have all these closets and clothes and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So there wasn't like a lot of storage and all that. They basically used closets for hang their clothes or coats. Really, basically, usually in older houses, you just have one closet, which is small. It's like a coat closet. When people come over, when you come home, you hang your coat up or what have you. And then, of course, you would have a closet in the bedroom and stuff. But for the most part, back then, you just had your storage either in the basement or in the attic, like I said, it just wasn't like that. What was my point? Why did I bring up the closets? Oh, with the bathroom. So there's no bathroom in Tyler's room. So I don't know why I always call it a master's. But he has the bigger bedroom, And so the attic is right on top of, like, his bedroom. And he kept saying, that he's starting to see like water, so like where the ceiling is and where it comes down, it's like right there. So it's not like the corner of his room. It's like on the side. I can't explain it. And it was like about like this, and it wasn't too bad. And so I immediately go check, because, we have window air conditioners. I immediately go check the attic to see if my air conditioner was leaking, the one that's in the window. And I didn't see any water. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's because we, in Jersey, we get a lot of rain, and we had a like really bad storm. I'm thinking maybe the roof. In hindsight, I don't know why I would think that, because there's no roof on top of us. I don't know, but I was just thinking, like, is the siding like something? I didn't know, and I didn't pay it any more mind, because I actually forgot about it, to be honest with you, and he didn't say anything else about it, so I just assumed, like, it dried. I don't know. Well, maybe about 4 or 5 days later, I know that night before, when I went to bed, I remember there was no water, like visual water that I seen, that I noticed. But that morning I get up, I go make my coffee, all of that, and I come back to get into the bed, and right by my air purifier, by my bed, was like, what? I stepped in water. So I'm thinking, I pick up my air purifier, but the bottom was like dry, but there was water around. And I'm still not thinking. And I'm like, is this leaking? Is this broke? You just don't think. Well, then I was like, please don't tell me it's my air conditioner. And I looked, and as soon as I looked at the windowsill, I seen all the water. And then I look, it was down, it goes into this closet. Oh my God. And the closets up there don't have doors, like pocket doors or anything. So I just have like black long curtains, just to, so that way you don't see. Because I mainly use them. There's 3 closets in there, but they're like small, I just use that for storage, And anyway, it was just so bad, like the water and everything went underneath my rugs. I had those area rugs. I had to throw my rugs away, because after a while, they start stinking and stuff. And I'm the type, like, I get so aggravated, I just threw it the hell away, and the boys were working. They don't get home till like 4:30. So I couldn't take the air conditioner out, and it needed to be tilted to drain all the water out. So the water is steady coming out. Of course, I turned the air conditioner off. And, I did that yard work and everything. And so my wrists were bothering me, especially my left hand, and I'm left-handed. And I was scared if I took it out, I would drop it or something. And going down 3 stories, plus what if it hit the house? So I was like, I just put towels like underneath the air conditioner. I just kept changing the towels and different things, what have you, till they got home. Well, so let me back up. So do you remember when the window air conditions, so when we have the heat waves and stuff, and when it gets anywhere between 103 and higher, it cuts off all the time, like the fuse keeps going. And I've shared before that when my grandmother's husband, made the attic into like a room, he never put insulation or anything in it. So it's hot as hell in the summer and cold in the winter, especially because there's no ducts either, so no heat comes up or anything, I keep losing my train of thought, because you ever have where it's like so much you have to tell, and so it's like you don't know where to start, begin, whatever, because it's like so much. So then remember, Tyler got me my another air conditioner, but he got me the stand-up one, but it was only a 6,000 BTU. Now the issue is the attic isn't a square, right? It's all different shapes. And because there's no insulation or anything, like, and it's a bigger room, like 6,000 doesn't do anything when the heat wave, you know, it does nothing. I mean, you can sit there, and if you sit in the chair and have the fan on with that AC on, you're okay. But if you do anything, you start sweating. Like, you can't film up there, you can't get dressed up there, you know. But it's better than nothing than not having no AC. Like, I didn't have to worry about my makeup and stuff going bad, but it was just hot up there. Like, it just, you know, and I'm talking about like with heat wave weather, okay? And we've been getting that a lot lately.
Shut up and get to the point!
I've been using the window AC because it's stronger when it's not in the heat wave, right? Because then it doesn't shut off or anything. So that's why I've been using the window AC, because I noticed a difference with the window AC and a stand-up. So when you open up the attic door, the steps do like a little turn and goes up, right? And then the walls are like cement, okay? And then once you go up a little farther, it has like that wood. When the window AC is in, when you open the door and go up, it's like it's cool, you know? And then when you go up and then you move like the curtain and go in the attic, because, you know, of course I have it closed off to go down the steps and stuff, it's cool. It feels good up there. But with the stand-up, when you open up that attic, it's hot. It's like humid. And then when you go up the steps and move the curtain, then it's cool. So like, I definitely seen the difference that way. Oh my gosh. So that's probably what was leaking in Tyler's room, because he kept saying, Mom, I think your AC's leaking. And I was like, no, it's not leaking. But it probably was having a slow leak, like maybe behind. I don't know what was happening. I don't know. Anyway, so now let's get... So yeah, I know I'm all over the place. So then Isaiah gets home first. So he takes the air conditioner out of my window and he brings it outside. And then when I looked outside, I seen the issue, the coil thing, it was melted. So, and I'll show you a picture, like I'll circle here. I think it's like 3 or 4 different spots that it was melted. Like if you touched it, like it was going to break open. Like that's how bad it was, like melted. And that air conditioner is about 4 or 5 years old. And they don't make air conditioners like that anymore. And again, you know, with that sun beaming on it or what, I don't know. So when I looked online, that can cause the water damage. Like, it's not fixable. Like, you have to get another one. You know, it's not like it was low coolant or anything like that. And so I seen the issue, and that also could be the reason why the fuse was going, because when the air conditioner, when it's hot and it overworks and you have a faulty AC, it does the power, so there's no fire or nothing like that. So I don't know if that was the issue. I mean, eventually, yes, the wires need to be checked. So I don't know. Like, we'll know like the next heat wave what's happening. Anyway, so okay. So then I thought, oh my God, that windowsill is moldy, you know, and I thought, oh my God. But I cleaned the heck out of it. I used hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, and baking soda in my electric scrubber, and I got it clean. I think it was just like mildew and stuff, you know. But when I tell you, what a mess, because I had to take everything out of my closet. Remember, I use it for storage. So I'm talking about from bottom on up, all the way, you know, like I had to take everything out. It was just a mess. It was a mess. But thank goodness I had that curtain that was long, because that stopped a lot of the water. Also, where the air conditioner was, underneath, I don't have a dresser in my room, because the dressers I have, I use for my makeup, my eyeshadow palettes and stuff. And there's just no room. And so I use those fabric, like those bins that are like fabric, and I have them like right underneath where the air conditioner is in the corner. And that got all wet. So I had to, of course, wash all of my socks, underwear, bras, all of that stuff. And they were like, I had 2 of them. They were filled. And I mean, because it was just so soaking wet, like this much, it was high. And then I had to throw them away because it stunk, and I had more, so that was good. But it was a mess to clean. But, you know, it was a blessing in disguise because then I seen what happened with the air conditioning and stuff. Okay, so that night, Isaiah purchases me a new air conditioner. It was a 10,000 BTU and it was in black. And I'm like, yes, because black air conditioners are hard to come by. And, you know, it had like with the remote and all this other type of stuff. And it was supposed to come the next day. No, it did not. I knew the next day, because it said it had 7 left. But I knew the next day when it didn't even say prepared, I was like, it's not going to come today. So, what was I saying now? Sorry, I had a phone call. So, that next day, because it said it would be up to 10 p.m. So, about 6 o'clock, and I'm waiting downstairs and stuff, and it's delayed. I'm like, it said the next day. So, the next day I wait. Nope. Then it said it won't come until another 3 to 5 days. So I told Isaiah, just cancel the order. And then we looked all around. They didn't have any. Now, they had like a lot of 5,000 BTUs and 6,000, but it just wouldn't do, you know, it just wouldn't be enough, you know, strong enough for my room. I went off on my kids. I'm like, or no, it was Wednesday, sorry. I went off that night and I'm like, wow, you guys never went a day in your life as a kid or anything without having an air conditioner in your room. You don't even know what it's like to be blah, blah, blah. I can't even film. I haven't even been filming. And this and that, you know, like I went off to where Tyler took a half a day and Isaiah had off. So that the next morning they went out and came home. The only thing that they could find was a stand up, and it was a 14,000 BTU, and it has a heater. Let me just tell you, that room was so cold I had to like turn it off. That stand up, so here I was like complaining. I'm like, this stand up works pretty good. During a heat wave. So like if I was doing a review, like a stand up versus window AC, 100% I say a window AC is better if you want it quicker, like cooler, and to blow cooler air. And it's also cheaper. Like I looked up on Google, cost efficiency for some reason. It's cheaper to have a window AC than a stand-up. But the good thing with the stand-up, you can move it around. If like you have a HOA, I don't have one, but if you have a HOA or something like that, they don't want you to have, some places don't want you to have window ACs because it makes the property not look as, you know, luxurious or what have you, you know. So a lot of times they don't allow you to have that, so then you can have that or whatever the case may be. So now I'm happy. So the good thing out of it is I deep cleaned my whole room, organized everything, threw a lot of stuff away. And now the only thing I'm worried about is hopefully I don't start seeing mold in Tyler's room. So let's just hope it dries and everything works out. But my luck, the way it goes, because if I do start seeing mold, I will definitely, that I won't procrastinate with. I will definitely call my homeowner's insurance and get that fixed ASAP, and then get my roof, because my kitchen is leaking when it storms really, really hard, the rain. So I know just there, like the house, it isn't doing it, but I can't even tell you when that roof was replaced, like at least 30, 40 years ago. Like it definitely needs to be replaced, you know. But anyway, all of that after almost 30 minutes of sitting here complaining, yeah, that's so, but I'll just tell you, going almost a week without no AC in my room, that was terrible. That was horrible, okay? I ain't complaining no more, but, well, that's a lie, because, you know, I'll complain anyway. But it was bad, especially during the heat wave. And, you know, I'm in that perimenopause, so my hormones are like, you know, I'm always hot, you know? Like I get those hot flashes and stuff. And then like, okay, here's the thing, like I tell you downstairs, so we have window air conditioners. We don't have central air. And we only have the one air conditioner in the one living room. We have a front room and a living room, right? And so it'll stay, you know, it's bearable, it's cool. But the dining room and kitchen, there's no air conditioner because my electric bill's over $800 in the summer. So I'm like, ugh. So it's being it hot, the hot air, you know, comes in there. So anyway, with having the AC on, now this is during the heat wave, I'll show you the temperature. We're still reading like what, 80, 82, 81, something like that. And that is the room where the AC's in. So imagine the dining room and that kitchen. During the heat wave, that kitchen gets so hot when you're washing dishes, because we don't have a dishwasher, that you literally sweat. You're just standing there. You literally sweat where my face is sweating under your boobs. Like the sweat comes down on your, like back here. Like your hair is wet. You literally have to get in the shower just by washing the dishes. It is humid in there. I remember when it has to be at least 90 degrees or higher in the kitchen during the heat wave. So when you guys are like, well, just go downstairs, it's like, yeah, it is cooler down there if I'm sitting in that one room with the air, and then I have the fan on. But like during a heat wave, there's no break. And like in the bathroom, God forbid you have to use the bathroom, you know. And I told my mom when there was the house fire, I said to my mom, why they have everything down, get the central air. They was only going to charge $4,000 out of pocket to put it in, and they didn't want it. They were like, oh, it costs too much money. I'm like, it's cheaper, you know, but they didn't want to do it. And another thing, they wanted wall-to-wall carpeting because that's what they had before. I said, Mom, get the hardwood floors, get everything, you know, you'll get more value for your buck. They didn't want it, and it was their house at the time, so they got, you know, that you do what you want. But I wish they would have got the AC, because now it's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars to put a central air in there, you know. But yeah, so that was my debacle. I was doing so good. Like I was filming more. I was putting shorts up. My views have been higher than they've been in over a year in just the 1 month. I was doing so good. But when it's hot, physically, because I'm diabetic, like when I sweat, I get sick. And I don't know if the heart disease too. So I mentally and physically, I can't take the heat. So I owe anybody an apology if in the comments I was a little offensive or what have you. But when I'm like that, I'm cranky. I get very, very cranky. And as I'm aging, I definitely can't take the heat. But all is well. Everything is fixed. And it was a blessing. I'll tell you what, that night I slept real damn good. I'll tell you that. All right, let me go ahead and go and shop right, because I didn't talk your ears up, but I wanted to tell you guys what was going on, why you haven't seen me in a while, because I still got to do a live stream, because I want to give away 10 free memberships. So we're going to work on that, and I need to start doing some members only videos and different things, because a few of you were like, well, I thought you were going to cook. When it's hot like that, I cannot cook in that kitchen. Barely just doing the dishes. Imagine putting the oven on or cooking in there. No, I don't cook. I didn't cook for almost 2 weeks. You know, now the heat wave broke, and so now I'm not shot right, because I've been promising you guys I'll make my chicken and all that other type of stuff, but I'm back, bitches. All right, let's go in here and do some shopping. I'll be back. Okay, I came in here, and I don't know how much I'm going to be vlogging because it's very crowded here. Sorry. It's very crowded here, but this is where I'm going next. This is like the fruits and vegetables and stuff. There's a lady walking around here with a big ass dog in the grocery store. All right, hold on, let me show you. Oh, see, I'm in everybody's way. Right here isn't as crowded, but, and then, so I gotta look all around here, and then here's my lettuce. You know, I gotta get my salads and all my fruits and stuff. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at the meats, so let me just show you around. And then that is where I came from. I don't want anybody thinking I'm filming them, so I will probably most likely meet you in the car. Oh, really quickly, I want to show you something. I always buy these, what do they call cork things, like you make shish kebabs or what have you, like on your grill, but I use them, see how they're pointy? That's what I use to clean with, like to get into corners, like in the bathroom or like in a corner, like on the floor. And I just go right in there and it takes everything up, you know? Or just some good old toothpicks. I'm telling you, it works wonders. Even like in the washer or what have you, like any small spaces that you need to clean, like dust or what have you, works amazing. Because I used to use Q-tips. You go through a lot. Anyway, all right. I'll continue. My cart is full. Let me show you so far. So far, I got a lot of fruit. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I just got out of there, and I am sweating. I actually did better than what I thought. Like, I got a lot of stuff. I spent over $500, okay? I had coupons. I know, you're gonna be surprised. I did. I thought it was gonna come to more. I mean, I spent more than what I wanted to. because I only want to do like a week and a half, you know. But it's like every time I tell you, prices are going up, and it was the fruit and stuff. And I got a lot of fruit. I got 2 pineapples. I love pineapples. Pineapples are good for fiber. If you have problems, you know, using the bathroom, making bowel movements and stuff, I'm telling you, eat a pineapple. And I'm telling you, by that night or the next morning, you will go to the bathroom. And so I use it for fiber. And so I got 2 of them. I got a honeydew melon, a watermelon, of course. I always get my watermelons. I got oranges, bananas, and a cantaloupe. Like, I got no apples, no peaches, no plums, no nothing. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know. And I only got a little bit of meat because I go to the butcher shop, you know, so I only get like just like a little bit till I go. But let me show you. So that's what I got. Of course, I forgot bags. I had to get $1.25, and it's like the bags are getting smaller, and I got six or 7 bags. I don't know. So that's what I got. All right, let me put these in the car. I always forget. Every time I use Lexi's car, her trunk is always filled, so I gotta try to make her. Anyway, let me get this stuff in the car, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Where's my hand sanitizer? I had to go in my pocketbook. So I spent, it was $505 and I think like 35 cents. I actually thought it was going to be like more, but that's still too much. Well, I only wanted to spend about $350 today. But some of the things I got because they were just on sale. For a 12-pack of Snapple, if you got 2 of them, you save $4. So that was a sale. So I got 2 of them. Now, did I need them? No. So I got 1 apple and then 1 peach, you know, but the kids like it. And I always tell the kids, because I really get them to drink a lot of water. That's one good thing. I'm glad. Me and the kids, we all drink so much water. Like, when I did my Walmart delivery thing, it was yesterday, right? Yeah, I think yesterday. Last night, yeah. I don't know. I'm getting my days all mixed up. I got 3 of the, I think I got the 24-pack or 40-pack. I don't remember. But those 3 things, they'll go within a week and a half, if that'll last. Like, we probably go through 10 packs of water, if not more, every month. Which, I don't care how much I spend is if the kids drink it. Do you know what I mean? And I drink a lot of water. That's basically all that I drink. And once in a great while, maybe every few days, I'll have like a little glass of like the great cranberry juice or something like that, you know, or my mango peach juice or something, you know. And very rare do I drink any soda. And when I do, it's just for the taste. I'll drink like a few. You know, a few sips, and then I don't drink the rest. So, if you know those like mini cans of soda, like I don't even drink that. So, what was my point? Oh, so like I'll tell the kids. So those 2 12-packs need to last all month, and they will. Because one thing I'm glad, like I said, my kids do drink a lot of water. Now, Tyler's the one he'll drink chocolate milk and stuff, you know, but. Let's see. And then Isaiah puts something in his water. You know, he's my health thing. I don't know what he puts in his water. I don't know. Protein or create. I don't know. It's something that he puts in his water. Or he'll drink alkaline water. And I'm like, well, alkaline water is expensive. So you buy that, you know, and you have that. So that's what he does. He'll drink that and stuff. But that's why I say the kids help. It's such a blessing. You know, when your adult kids live with you, when they must help or they wouldn't be living with me, you know, it's a blessing. It's just expensive. I say all the time, I give you guys credit who's raising kids or grandkids or what have you. I mean, well, if I was raising grandkids, like I would definitely have to really go on a budget and like really make my list and go by, like it would be a lot different. You know what I mean? If that was the case, or if I was living on my own, you know? All right, I'm going to get off of here. Let me turn this air down now. I'm going to get off of here. I'm just going to go home. I got to put this stuff away, edit this video. I have to do a members only video. There's some stuff that I need to talk about and try to get that up. I don't know if that'll get up today or tomorrow. But yeah, what about that air conditioner? But I am excited to see how this air conditioner, because it has heat as well. So, you know, because, you know, in the winter time, it's really, really cold up there. I usually have one of those plug-in fireplaces. So we will see. Lexi's going later to her aunt's house, her dad's sister, because they're going to throw a little party and have cake and stuff for her. And then she goes to work tonight. But yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, her next day off, we're going to go to the sugar factory. So I'll see if she'll let me film, you know. I don't usually film when my kids are there, like when I'm spending time with them, because I like to enjoy the moment. And I don't always want them to think every time we go, oh God, mom's going to vlog, so I don't want mom to go. You know, but we'll see. I think tomorrow, I know I got to film. Tomorrow I'm going to film like a few videos for the beauty channel. That's Sunday. So I think maybe I don't know, Sunday or tomorrow or Monday, one of those days, I'm going to do the backyard and rake up one more time and then finish cutting those branches and get that done. And then after that, we'll be having some walk-in talks and different things and all of that will be coming up. So that's good. Enjoy. It's so weird hearing people say like their kids are going back to school, because our kids still have a whole nother month. You know, like they don't go to school until like the first week of, like after Labor Day. So that Monday. So usually anywhere between the 5th to the 8th of September. But again, we don't get out of school until the end of June, you know. So when I hear people like May, they're out of school, I'm like, wow, we still got another month and a half. All right, I'm going to get a coffee here. You know, when I don't film for a while, I'm very talkative. All right, guys, please thumbs up the video. It really does help me out. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really helps out with engagement. Even if it's just an emoji, it means the absolute world to me. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Never let somebody take you out of your character. Do as I say, not as I do. Bye, guys.